All right, welcome back, guys, to the football tea. It's your boy Football Matter, and I'm here with We Talk Football. It's game week 9, and he has come with lots of football matches as well. On Saturday, Chelsea will be welcoming Sunderland at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea are on a roll, aren't they? We talk football, and they have won 4 matches in a row now in all competitions after some disappointing results here and there. But now it feels like Chelsea are doing well, even with lots of injuries and with them missing key players like Cole Palmer and Levi Colwill at the defense. What do you think about this fixture, Chelsea versus Sunderland?
Well, world champions are relaxed, you know what I mean? And this is always very, very good status for a team of a caliber of Chelsea. When you're not really having a lot of pressure, when the players relax, when the manager is, he's a very good manager, and now he just trusts on his, quality, on the players' quality, and all of these kind of things. You're going to see such results from Chelsea. There is a lot of fights. There is a lot of energy, and of course also, as you just said, since they won the last 4 games, they definitely have like more confidence. Taking Sunderland, it's not going to be an easy game. You know how much I love Sunderland. I'm really, really, really happy with what I'm seeing from Sunderland. They impressed me, especially for a team that come from the Championship. We did not see such performances from a newly promoted team since long time. With Sunderland now, we have different picture. And what I like the most about this Sunderland team is that they are very unpredictable in terms of, if you play against them, is not 100% 3 points, because they got the quality, they got the leadership, and they can make the difference. When it comes to Chelsea in this game, confidence is going to take them all the way. You need to believe in the quality of the players. There's no way on earth, if Chelsea give 100% and Sunderland give 100%, that Sunderland will win their games. I feel like, Chelsea have to make good use of this game just to prepare for the upcoming games, because this period of the season is very, very crucial to at least, get a little bit higher on the table and wait for the other teams to slap. What about you?
Well, I think Chelsea is a team full of confidence with Enzo Maresca, despite different rotations in terms of the defensive shape, in terms of the midfield, and in terms of the attack. He's grinding out results. We saw them in the Champions League without João Pedro still grind out 5 goals, with the 2 strikers he played, Magui scoring this first goal, and then
Tyreek
Tyreek
George.
George ending the scoreline with 5-1. It's something good when a manager you make these kind of changes, or you bring in young players and they prove themselves. Jamie Gittens looked like the player Chelsea went out to buy for £52 million from Dortmund in the match against Ajax, and duly deserved the man of the match, with 1 assist and creating the most chances, five of them. And that was the first time since Eden Hazard that a Chelsea young player at that age, I think he's 21, creating such number of chances since Eden Hazard, like I said. So everybody's finding their pieces. But Buonanotte, Estaval, yes, he scored from penalty kick, but he could have scored from open play as well. He was very, very lively. Chelsea, with Fofana coming back, there is Tosin now, there is Shalova, Lavia got a lot of minutes. Chelsea are, finally coming back into shape, except from Cole Palmer is still injured and will still be looking to come back late in November, maybe hopefully before the Barcelona clash. 4 matches, like I said, on a bounce now, winning streak. And then the Sunderland side bouncing back after losing 2-0 to Manchester United and winning Wolverhampton 2-0. They are a side full of surprises. Chelsea might be 2 places ahead of them in the table, but they are still the same points. They have the same points. Chelsea are fifth in the table and they are seventh, but they have the same 14 points. So it's a game that will be needed either to create separation from each other or to maintain the same number of points if they end up playing a draw and they'll end in 15, but one of them will surely go to 17 and the other one remain in 14. I expect nothing short of entertainment from both sides. I think both will go out for each other, go out for it. And I think in the last 5 games, last 5 meetings between those 2 sides, Chelsea have won 4 times and Sunderland just won. But again, Sunderland is a team full of surprises, and if you want to win them, you have to really dominate them. And I hope Chelsea dominate them. So they are my favorite to win
No,
this
I
game.
do hope Sunderland win the game. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. You know, we'll be watching that day. We'll be watching. It's gonna be 90
Yeah,
minutes
yeah,
at Stamford
yeah,
Bridge, definitely.
yeah.
Later in that day, we will see Manchester United welcome Brighton and Hove Albion at Old Trafford. What do you think about this game? Knowing, bearing in mind that Manchester United, for the first time under Eric Ten Hag, won
Ruben
back-to-back.
Amorim.
Ruben Amorim, sorry, won back-to-back games, and then in their last 5 games, they've won 3 as well. Brighton in their last 5 games are unbeaten in all competitions, but have only won 3 games and through 2 draws as well. What do you think about this match? Because these two teams, one is seated in the ninth table and one is seated in the 10th. So one of them will be looking to go above each other. What do you think about it?
I believe, to be honest, Manchester United is very, very lucky to have this fixture in this weekend. Because no disrespect to Brighton over Albion, but Brighton did not convince me. Like, I did not watch a 90-minute for Brighton and said, wow, 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 this is the Brighton I know. This is the Thomas Hostler I know. This is the players I know from last season and etc. And with Manchester United, what they did, of course, I'm still not convinced. I still think there is a problem in Manchester United. I think all of us can see the problem. But of course, it's also very, very good that you're capable of winning back-to-back games. This is going to be very helpful. The question is, are we going to see Cunha start again for the number 9 position, or are we going to see Benjamin Sesko starting in that position? Will Casemiro start for Manchester United in this game? Because with Casemiro, Manchester United winning percentage is actually higher, but can he actually play a 90-minute or not? Will Dorgo turn up? Because Dorgo has been also massive for them. And the tweaks that Amorim did in the game against Liverpool is like, to push the defense a little bit, like, making them have more confidence. You don't have to be like sitting on the same line, hugging each other. You can also go and initiate that press. You can go and hurt and also like annoy the attacking players of the opponent team. And I think this is definitely going to give good advantage for a team like Manchester United when you have someone like Mbeumo. When Manchester United signed Mbeumo, I made a video. I remember I thought this is going to be like the best signing. It's very, very, very good. He's absolutely monster offensively, defensively. He can shoot, he can create, he bothers the defenders. He's so unpredictable. I really like his work ethic. This is really good asset for Manchester United moving forward. Bruno Fernandes, it seems like he's rejuvenating, which is going to be a very important factor, of course, for Manchester United. Also with Lemens, I'm not going to judge him just yet. Yes, he had very, very good performances, and it seemed like an upgrade on Bayern there, but this was just only 2 games that he played, so it's very early to kind of make this judgment, because I know Manchester United, when they sign players, they hype them, and the minute one player make a mistake, it's like, the whole story starts from the beginning. But it's very good for Manchester United. Ruben Amorim also have more confidence. The player has more confidence, and when Manchester United are in this kind of mode, I think they can be able to win Brighton of Albion. What do you think?
Well, I think expect nothing short of entertainment as well. Manchester United under Ruben Amorim have now tweaked and started going a lot of time long. They are bypassing that early build up because they don't actually have the players to build up, not only in their defense but also in the midfield. Players who can control the tempo of the game, players who can attract bodies, players who are comfortable in those tight spaces, close ball dribbling, and can actually take the team out from defense to attack. So they are going the long way, the Brexit way, hunt it forward and then fight for the second ball. And actually, they have the players who are very good at winning the second balls. The likes of Belmo, we saw him go on an area battle with Van Dijk and McAllister. He went on the floor, but still managed to outrun Van Dijk and receive the ball to score a goal. So he's that type of guy. Mason Mount, he's very good in winning the second balls. He's very quick and sharp. And then you got Bruno Fernandes, who is also, because anytime they want to go long, if Mbeumo is the target man or Sesko is the target man, they have players around him. One will make the run in behind, one will just stay short, and one will stay the other end of the day. So if let's say for instance you are targeting Sesko, Mbeumo will be looking to run in behind. Kuna will be in front of, if it's Mason Mount, will be in front, and Bruno, the other person will be just in front of him. And I love that when they're making that long pass, Bruno Fernandes just waits for the ball to just go above him before he pushes forward. So it gives them a very good shape defensively. And then instead of like having that staggered lines or having a lot of spaces in between them when they try to play from the back and then give away the ball. So Manchester United, if they continue like this, they will actually win a lot of smaller teams who don't have this kind of players that are very quick or good in winning the second duels, because these days football, everybody wants to play out from the back. They have the players, but those players are not actually good in this kind of football. It's very, very boring to them and they suffer in this kind of ball. It's part of their weakness. So if they can continue this way, and Lamens, yes, he is not a world class goalkeeper, but all Manchester United needed is a decent goalkeeper who can just do the basics. If it was Onana in the post against Liverpool, they are conceding a lot of goals against Sunderland, the same thing. So he's somebody that is assured claiming the area duels because Manchester United have been targeted in set pieces and they concede a lot from that. But he's very, very assuring. He uses his height well. He knows how to create separation from whichever defender or striker that is coming to block him. He imposes himself and commands his area so well. That is the basics that you need from your goalkeeper and for a goalkeeper to do. And this is a match Manchester United will be looking to build up, momentum and then build their confidence and increase their winning streak. Obviously, it's Brighton and over Albion. If they are looking to get back into the European places, these are the kind of matches they should be winning and they must win. So that is just it for me. Later that night on Saturday, we will see Brentford play against a Liverpool side who lost initially 4 matches on a row, but feels a little rejuvenated and back with a 5-1 thumping against Frankfurt in the Champions League. What do you think about this game?
Well, first, we have to thank Frankfurt for giving, Liverpool this opportunity. Otherwise, things are going to go south massively. I'm not gonna lie. It's not a standard. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna act as if Frankfurt is doing magic in the Bundesliga. They have their shortnesses and weaknesses, but well done, job well done from Liverpool. When you get
Mm,
these kind of teams, it's meant for you to get more, like, to get back in track, to get confidence, to score goals, and this is exactly what Liverpool did in this game, scoring 5 goals, beautiful goals, and everyone was like, really coming to support. Of course, it was massive surprise for many people when Mohamed Salah wasn't in the starting lineup on this game. A lot of Liverpool fans were actually happy that Mohamed Salah didn't start the game. I feel like there's a lot of conversation about whether Mohamed Salah should be benched or not, and what he can bring to the team, especially with his performances since the beginning of the season. But the thing I feel like people don't necessarily understand that, and I think that we talked about it a couple of times ago, like Verts and Mohamed Salah in the same team, then you actually need to create different system to accommodate both players. So it makes a lot of sense for that we saw Florian Verts have much more freedom, and he, was in his engagement was better because of the absence of Mohamed Salah. But that does not take anything away from the impact of Mohamed Salah. For the past couple of seasons, he's been Liverpool best player, and he's definitely historically one of their best player. So I feel, my I have a little bit of worry because I feel, Mohamed Salah is a big personality, big character. So maybe it will disturb, like him not playing regularly as a starter. It might disturb the peace in the dressing room, but we have to wait and see. For Arne Slot in this game is a very important game for him. I think he got kind of like the footprint, like he knows exactly what to do if he want to win this game against Brentford. Liverpool got the quality. Do I think he should start Alexander Isak? No, I don't think he should start Isak. I think he should start Ekitike, or if you want to bench Mohamed Salah once again, then I see also, of course, the partnership between Ekitike and Alexander Isak, the key
Alexander
players on
Isak
this
is
game.
actually injured. He got
Oh,
injured
okay, okay.
against Frankfurt.
Okay. I wasn't aware of this. But yeah, then that's this problem solved itself. Then I think Mohamed Salah is going to start, and Ekitike well deserved. I'm not saying that he's a better player. No, he's not. But since the beginning of the season, I think he is the more impactful player. He's a more informed player. So you need just to reward them with giving them minutes, and Ekitike is very lively, very important. Another very important position for Liverpool is that left. I also believe Robertson has to start this game instead of Kerkez, not because Kerkez is a bad player. Again, similar problems to Alexander Isak. Sobozla is a key player in this kind of games because the energy this guy brings is absolutely immense. He's an absolute outstanding player, and he's a different maker. But the defense of Liverpool has to be very, very, very careful with dealing with players like Kevin Schade. These players are very much capable of causing damage. But I see Liverpool winning this game. What about you?
Well, for me, just like you said, Ekitike has been Liverpool's best attacker. Should start in the midfield. Zoboslai has been Liverpool's best midfielder for me. Should start as well and should be integral part. He should be number one on the list for Liverpool's midfield, and then you can fix all others. I think McAllister is down in the pecking order in the form of Gravenberch and in the form of Zoboslai. And I think with the performance of Curtis Jones yesterday against Frankfurt, man averaged 125 passes, and since last season Champions League, is the one that's got most passes alongside Vitinha and I think alongside Joshua Kimmich. Those are the two people that average that kind of passes. So he really controlled the game, brought a lot of bodies around him while freeing other players. He was very, very, very much involved in yesterday's games, in the game against Frankfurt, and was very, very good. Maybe he should be, coming into that lineup more often than not. Again, I'm not scared. I'm not worried one bit about Mohamed Salah. I don't know why people really have short memory span in football. We've seen Harry Kane give teams like 1 month ahead. There was a time Harry Kane, especially in the start of his career, he doesn't score in August, and then people will like twist it. He wants to leave Tottenham. His mind is not in Tottenham stuff. Salah is good. Salah mentally is one of the best. There's something
Yeah.
like Cristiano Ronaldo said about goals. I can't put to words verbatim how he said that, but it's something like if he starts flowing, it flows. But sometimes it feels like he stopped. But it's not like you playing bad, but it's not flowing. Mohamed Salah will score. I'm not Mohamed Salah this season, as bad as it may be, he's going to score 20 goals in the Premier League.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just certain about that. There
I
are
mean,
still a lot
historical
of.
record showing
I
it.
mean, it's just 8 matches. His first season in the league. How many matches did he go without scoring? Do you get what I mean?
Yeah,
If
yeah.
it's about Mohamed Salah, I'm not. Yeah, he's going to score goals. It's just with games that are building new connections. People are not taking into consideration number of new players in Liverpool. And if their style fits the team, there have been a lot of ins and outs. So he's still trying to get. There are some connections that come and then at first they just connect, but there are some that takes time to build. So,
Yeah.
and again, when you look at his touches in the opponent box, you look at the shots that he's taking, unlike last season, there is a very big difference in that. It's not there, but it's going to come with time, and I'm very, very sure and certain about that. So for me, I feel like that match against Frankfurt is something to build on with, and it's going to reignite their confidence. And for me, like I said, it's never a total collapse. Liverpool are not like performing so badly in those games. It's just like they are not taking their chances, and they are very, very unlucky that teams punish them when they counter them or when they go for them, they tend to score. It will change with time, and I'm still backing them to win this one. So let's go to on Sunday matches. We have another London derby, Arsenal versus Crystal Palace. What do you think about this game?
Arsenal. I mean, to be honest, I love what Crystal Palace is doing this season. I'm not gonna lie. Let's start with that, right? Really, really, really good. The way they flow, the unity, the fight, this really, really good. You have to give them the flowers. But Arsenal is Arsenal. Can't anyone beat Arsenal at the moment? Absolutely not. So I do not want to talk even more Arsenal to win this game. What about you?
Well, and Crystal Palace, we are in a very good unbeaten run. I think they went for like 17 or 18 plus matches starting from last season in all competitions. And it took till last 2 matches against Everton that they lost, and then the draw against Bournemouth
Bournemouth.
for them to look like a little shaky and some questions raised. But other than that, they have been a very good side, that a very stubborn side that have been a thorn in the flesh of whether you're a small team or a big team, from is it April or from the second half of the season against all the big teams. They didn't lose, they were very, very strong, and Oliver Glasner is just a very good man, a very good manager, man management, despite the losses of big players and key important players like Ulisse and Eze, but he keeps on going and making do of whatever is given to him. So it's a very good manager. But on the other hand, we are talking about an Arsenal side, arguably the most informed or the best balanced team, or with the most squad depth. Maybe you say the most informed, you talk about Bayern Munich, who are on a very good winning streak. But if you're talking about the best squad depth, and stuff like that, and the team that is to even get a shot on target now feels like a celebration for the opponents. They went 3 matches against teams without conceding any shot on target, and the last one against Atletico Madrid, it took them till 70 something minutes after a lot of changes for them to like get a shot on target, and the shot on target feel like forced as well. So they are so good and keeping the clean sheet. I think 4 in a row now. And they have considered just 3 times this season.
Yeah, yeah,
Newcastle, Manchester City, I think Liverpool. Other than that, it has been an impeccable form for them. They have been
yeah.
just smashing teams, and they have been so good in every aspect of the game, whether it's set piece, whether it's corner, whether it's defending, whether it's attacking, whether it's possession, whether it's fleet football, what anything you want. And now, maybe in the coming future, we'll call them throwing FC because there is this long throws they're practicing. It's not yet
Yeah,
yielding results, but it will yield results in the future. So that's just it
yeah,
for me. Let's
yeah.
go to the evening match where we have the last but not the least Manchester City versus Aston Villa at Villa Park. What do you think about this game? Villa Park in the start of the season, they went like 4 or 5 games without even scoring. And again, it took them till when they started, but when they started winning, they went on a 5 winning streak that was cut short in the Europa League against Go Ahead Eagles, even after scoring after 4 minutes. But Manchester City has been in a very good form, unbeaten form, 9 games now unbeaten. And since their back-to-back losses to Tottenham and Bournemouth, they have been smashing teams home and away, especially with the form of Erling Haaland. Tell me about this game.
Haaland FC, yeah, for sure. No, I'm just capping. But no, it's as you just said it actually, Aston Villa's been ups and down and they were disappointing beginning of the season and now they're picking up the pace. To be honest, again, it's Manchester City, this Haaland form. The game already starts with 1-0 for Manchester City. I was actually extremely happy for Bernardo Silva for scoring a goal in the last Champions League game because this is also important. Not only Erling Haaland scores a goal, but someone else scores a goal just to show that if there is a drought on Erling Haaland, then someone else can step in. I think they are improving. They are in the right track, which is good news. They're not yet there. There's still some weaknesses for them, but in general, I feel Manchester City got what it takes, especially with the flexibility now Pep Guardiola is bringing into the team, with the improvement in Ruben Diaz performance, with the improvement, of course, in Jeremy Doku. Then we have, with Haaland. What do I need to say? Aston Villa, Aston Villa, Aston Villa. I'm very disappointed because I actually like Aston Villa. I want them to do well, right? And I love, of course, Unai Emery's. I love his style of play. I love his mentality. But you seem like the players, after a long season of last season, they're not necessarily, rejuvenating. They're not really getting into form, which is, makes a lot of sense with given the numbers of games these players are playing. But it's going to be a very entertaining game. I'm actually looking forward to watch the game to see what's going to happen with the two Spanish managers, Pep Guardiola, head to head with Unai Emery. What about you? What do you think?
Well, this game is going to be a very hard game for Manchester City. Unai Emery, no matter what, it's not an easy side to play. And in a lot of matches, especially in the start of the season, they were quite very unlucky because they were creating chances, a lot of big chances, but they were missing. Unfortunately, funny enough, Watkins, who was scoring goals in the preseason, when the season started, he went on a drought, wasn't scoring goals. Against Manchester City is not going to be any different. If Manchester City are going to win this match, they have to take their chances and they have to also pray that Aston Villa have a bad game because in the last 5 meetings of this side, Man City have won 3, but Aston Villa has won 2. And if you look at apart from the one Man City won 4-1, it's been a close match between the two of them. And last season, both won each other at home. And today, and on this match, Aston Villa are going to be at home. And I think like they need a very good reaction after losing against Go Ahead Eagles. I know Unai Emery will be very mad at the players for giving that kind of defeat to such an opponent with all the respect to Go Ahead Eagles. But those are not the kind of matches that Aston Villa should be losing. So it's a game that, just like you said, Erling Haaland is more like Mr. Man City now. People are only looking at the number of goals he scored. Yes, scoring over 62% of your team's goal is too much or might make you get that name. But again, this guy has improved defensively. This guy defends, presses, drops deep, and he's added a lot to his games, links up play, and now he's not shy of going to the right to shoot with his right foot. And also now, in the set piece, he's the forefront. He's done a lot of clearances for Man City. He's the one
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
heading out a lot of balls. So it's very, very crucial. He knows where to position himself to come at the end of those balls entering the Man City box. So it's been very, very crucial. Man City are happy to have back Ryan Cherki, who Erling Haaland has a very good connection with. Savio is back, Doku is there, Bernardo Silva, like you said, Nico. A lot of their players are back and good. Natanaka as well, who started in the last match and looked very solid as well. So in all, it's been a good spell under Man City now, especially with Donnarumma back in post, and he's looked assured ever since he joined that side. So I expect nothing short of entertainment in this match, and the best team is going to win definitely. So if you've listened to us from the beginning to now, it truly means that you're enjoying this. So please do well to follow us if you're not following, or subscribe for us, and make sure you leave your comments in the comment section. We talk football. Have you anything to add to this?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
All right. So until next time, we see you in game week 10.
The football team.